Using Before You Dig Australia's enquiry system is easy and simple. Section 2. Lodging a Before You Dig Australia enquiry. This is the dashboard of the enquiry system. First, let's explore how to lodge an enquiry with Before You Dig Australia. From the menu on the left of the dashboard, click Lodge New Enquiry. You must first locate the area of your job site, and there are many ways to do this. Clicking the Current Location option will jump the map to your current location. Your browser may ask you to give permission to share your location with the smarter WX Sentinel application. You can also manually navigate around the map. Here's how to do it. To move around the map, simply click anywhere on the map and drag. There are many ways to zoom in and out of the map. Click the plus and minus buttons at the bottom of the map. Double-click to zoom in, and double-click whilst holding down the Control key to zoom out. Scroll up or down using your mouse or trackpad to zoom in and out more quickly. Hold down the Shift key and draw a rectangle around your target area to zoom into that specific area. And finally, if you're on a mobile device, you can use the pinch gesture. You can also search by lot number, GPS coordinates, or address. Helpful suggestions will appear as you type. After you have located your job site, you will now be asked to sketch its boundary on the map using the drawing tools. To begin, click on one of the tools. To draw a circle, click once in the center of the map, then move your mouse to set the radius. Release to complete the circle. If you're working on a road project, it can be handy to sketch your job site as a line. To draw a line, click once to add the first point, click again to add additional points along the line, and double-click at the end point to complete the drawing. When you finish drawing, your line will be automatically buffered on either side by 10 meters to turn it into a shape. The Shape tool allows you to draw around the boundary of your job site. To draw a shape, click once to add the first corner, click again to add each additional vertex, and double-click on the last point to complete the drawing. After you've finished drawing your job site, the Enquiry Details panel will appear automatically. If you want to make changes to the job site, click on Draw Again to return to the map. Any enquiry details you've already filled in will be saved. Often, when you are lodging inquiries, you will find yourself filling in the same values over and over, especially when the inquiries are all part of the same job. There are two ways to speed up data entry. Clicking the Copy from Last Job button pre-populates the fields using the same values you entered on your previous inquiry. All the fields can then be edited manually if required. You are also able to create and use presets to speed up data entry. Click Use Presets to immediately pre-populate the fields with your preset. To edit the presets, click the three dots to the right of the button and click Edit Presets. Now you can set or edit the preset values for all fields. In this instance, we'll click Cancel to return to the Enquiry Details panel. First, check the approximate address of the job site. This is calculated automatically based on the center point of your drawing. You can either keep or edit this address, but you can't edit the suburb or postcode. Please make sure this address is correct, as it may have adjusted during the drawing process. Next, decide which workplace location applies to your job site. You must select at least one option and should choose all that apply. Then, click Continue. Next, fill in the start and end dates for your job. You can indicate that your job is intended to start today, but remember that you must wait until you have received all the plans from affected asset owners before commencing any excavation activities. Next, choose an inquiry type from Design or Excavation. Based on your selection, choose from the list of activities that you intend to undertake. You can select more than one activity and should include all that apply to your job. Then click Continue. Next, select who you are working on behalf of. from the drop-down menu. Much of the work performed is done by or on behalf of Before You Dig Australia's members themselves. But if the organisation you are working for is not on the list, select Other and then type the name. If this work is being done privately, for example, home renovations, select the private option. In this case, our inquiry is on behalf of a contractor for a homeowner's renovations. The last two fields are optional. Use your reference to add an identifier to the job for your own records. Note that if you don't supply a reference, it will default to the first line of the approximate job site address. Use Notes to share information about your job with asset owners potentially affected by your works. Add any additional information that you think might be useful, but never assume that all asset owners will actively read these notes. Finally, click Lodge Entry to submit your inquiry. If this is your first Before You Dig inquiry, you might be asked to share some personal information. This information is important as asset owners may need to contact you to discuss your plans and make sure everything is being done to minimize the risk of damage or harm on your job. Don't worry, we will store this information on your user profile so that you won't need to enter it every time, although we might check in from time to make sure nothing has changed. When you're done, click Lodge Inquiry again. Once your inquiry has been successfully lodged, you will be shown this confirmation page. The confirmation page includes details of all the asset owners who have been sent details of your inquiry. Each includes information about the asset owner and their response. Organisation name: the name of the asset owner to whom your inquiry has been sent. Referral ID: a unique number representing the referral which can be used when discussing your inquiry. Typical wait time: an estimate of how long you might have to wait to receive a response from the organisation. Response status: a checkmark will be shown next to any referral where a response has been sent back to you. Contact details: clicking on a referral will reveal the phone number and email address of the asset owner. Before You Dig Australia will also send you an email confirming your inquiry. Attached to this email will be a document summarising your details, the work location, activity and timing details, and the impacted member details.